Sophia, I think one of the things that you brought up is that differentiator is that you said, I want to stretch, I want to learn more, I'm trying to grow more about it. Do you feel like that part of it is that we get to a certain point sometimes and we just plateau on empathy and learning or even attempting to sit in somebody else's shoes or understand somebody else's journey? Like, is that how we got here to where you think it's okay to joke about killing a black woman or shooting a black woman? Because I got really upset about all of the jokes and memes that came out after Megan Thee Stallion got shot as well, because there was so much of it. I had to unfollow some people that I actually had thought that I enjoyed sort of seeing what they talk about, and I was like, yo, you got some serious issues with women, and it's showing up against black women, which makes it doubly offensive because you're black, right? But, like, if you can joke about that, there's something wrong with that, right? Particularly in public forums. So do people just get to a certain point and they plateau on attempting to learn more or engage more?
Yeah, Drew, that's a really smart and interesting question. I mean, I think to Karen's point, right, I raise my children to say please and thank you. And they say it, right? It's habitual now. I wanted to indoctrinate them so that they would say please and thank you, right? One of the lessons we also learned as children is, Drew, put yourself in Johnny's shoes. How would you feel, right? This is a lesson that we are taught as children, all of us. And in terms of plateauing, I think that there are plenty of people that plateau in every aspect of their lives. They are no longer intellectually curious. They are no longer spiritually curious. They are no longer emotionally curious, right? Whether it's about themselves, right? I'm good. My shrink taught me this phenomenal term called the spiritual bypass. Karen calls me. She can hear that I'm really stressed out. She's know I've gone through something. Karen, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm good. That's a spiritual bypass, right? So I think that for me, I try. I don't always succeed at all, but I really endeavor to be self-analyzing, self-criticizing, self-renewing, self-caring, self-loving. And all of this is towards, I'm a Buddhist, okay? And so it is my constant journey that never ends, right? There is no destination, right? Your journey is trying to become a better person. So yes, I think it is absolutely the case, Drew, that as we get older and as we get whatever degree of comfort or success, right, at whatever level that is for us personally, somehow we think that the internal work that needs to be done is done. And I don't think it's ever done. And I wake up every day figuring out, okay, how can you be a better person? And look, sometimes I slide, right? I mean, it's one step forward, two steps back, two steps forward, one step back. I mean, I mess up all the time, but I try to be self-correcting about it. And yeah, I think that there are lots of people who just think, oh, I'm good, right? Like I've gone as far as I need to, or they don't even have that thought, right, Drew? Like they don't even have the wherewithal to have the analysis and say, okay, Sophia Chang, look at yourself in the mirror, right? Do you think you've arrived at a place that's good? They don't even have that process. They just go, they just go through life. Like in Plato's Republic, I know I'm going to get this wrong because it's been a long-ass time since I read it. But there is the metaphor of a cave. And there are people who sit in a cave and they're watching shadows on the wall. And they think that's real life. And I think at one point they turn around and realize that they're actually watching the shadows, but they are satisfied staying in the cave. I'm sorry to all the academics out there who are like, oh my gosh, she totally fucked that up. But in essence, it's about the notion that we choose, it's the blue pill, right, in the Matrix, that we choose to stay in this state of like kind of this spiritual lassitude and being, just at this plateau as you talk about. And it's sad.
Yeah, because we're living in a world where I think that's the majority. And so the frustration becomes, I'm like always shocked. I don't know why I'm shocked when I hear responses that are so primitive, that are so base, that are so thoughtless, And it's like, did you think about that before you opened your mouth, or before you went on and used your Twitter fingers or your comment fingers, your chat fingers to say that? Like, did you even challenge yourself? Why do I think that? Why do I believe that?